Hello, little adventurers and grown-up explorers. Today we're diving into the world of brachial plexus injuries. Sounds a bit like a tongue twister, doesn't it? Don't worry, we'll break it down together. Imagine your arm as a super cool robot, powered by special wires that send signals from your brain, telling your muscles to move. These important wires are like the brachial plexus, a network of nerves running from your neck, across your shoulder and down your arm. Now, sometimes these nerves can get stretched, squished, or even torn. Ouch! This is what we call a brachial plexus injury, BPI. These injuries can happen during birth if a baby's shoulder gets stuck, or later in life from accidents or falls. When the brachial plexus is injured, the signals from the brain don't reach the muscles properly, making it tricky to move your arm, hand, or fingers the way you normally would. But here's the good news. Just like a superhero team comes to the rescue, physiotherapists are specially trained to help kids with BPIs regain their superpowers of movement. They use fun exercises and cool techniques to help little ones get stronger and more independent. So, let's put on our learning caps and explore the world of BPIs and the amazing work of physiotherapy. Let's take a closer look at this amazing network of nerves, the brachial plexus. Picture it as a network of rivers, branching out from the spinal cord in your neck. These rivers are bundles of nerves that carry messages between your brain and your arm. The brachial plexus is divided into different sections, like tributaries of a river roots, trunks, divisions, cords, and branches. Each section is responsible for supplying different muscles in your shoulder, arm, and hand. Now imagine if something blocks or damages these rivers. That's what happens with a brachial plexus injury. There are different types of BPIs depending on the location and severity of the damage. Avulsion. This is the most severe type where the nerve root is completely torn away from the spinal cord. Imagine a tree branch being ripped off the trunk. Rupture. This is like a tear in the nerve, similar to a cut in a riverbank. Neuroma. Sometimes, scar tissue can form around the injured nerve, putting pressure on it and disrupting the signals. Think of it as a blockage in the river. Neuropraxia. This is the mildest form where the nerve is stretched but not torn. It's like a kink in a hose. The water can still flow, but not as smoothly. Understanding the type and location of the injury helps the physiotherapist create a personalized plan to help each child regain their movement. Just like a detective gathers clues to solve a mystery, physiotherapists use special tests and observations to understand how a brachial plexus injury is affecting a child's movement. This is called physiotherapy assessment. Here's a peek into their detective toolkit. History taking. The physiotherapist will chat with the child's parents or caregivers to learn about the injury, any medical treatments received, and the child's developmental milestones. Observation. By carefully watching how the child moves their arm, hand, and fingers, the physiotherapist can identify any limitations, weaknesses, or unusual postures. Muscle strength testing. The physiotherapist will gently press on the child's arm while asking them to push back to assess the strength of different muscle groups. They may use fun games and toys to make this part engaging for younger children. Range of motion assessment. Using special tools like a goniometer, the physiotherapist measures how far the child can move their shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingers in different directions. Reflex examination. The physiotherapist will tap on specific tendons in the arm to check for reflexes, which provide information about the nerve's function. Sensory testing. The physiotherapist will use different textures, temperatures, and pressures to assess the child's ability to feel sensations in their arm and hand. They might use cotton balls, brushes, or even warm and cold objects. By gathering all these clues, the physiotherapist can create a tailored therapy plan to address the child's specific needs and goals. Remember the saying, "The early bird catches the worm"? Well, in the world of brachial plexus injuries, early intervention is key to helping children achieve the best possible outcomes. Think of it this way. When a baby is learning to walk, we encourage them to take their first steps as soon as they're ready. Similarly, starting physiotherapy early after a BPI helps prevent muscle stiffness, promotes nerve regeneration, and encourages the brain to develop new pathways for movement. Here's why early intervention is so important. Prevents muscle stiffness. When muscles aren't used regularly, they can become tight and stiff, limiting movement. Early physiotherapy helps keep the muscles flexible and prevents contractures. Promotes nerve regeneration. While severely damaged nerves may not fully recover, Early stimulation can encourage nerve regeneration and improve the function of the affected limb. Encourages brain plasticity. The brain is incredibly adaptable, especially in young children. Early intervention helps the brain develop new pathways for movement, allowing the child to compensate for any limitations and regain functionality. The earlier the physiotherapy intervention begins, the better the chances of maximizing the child's recovery potential. Section 5. Physiotherapy Management, Empowering Movement. Now let's explore the exciting world of physiotherapy management for brachial plexus injuries. It's like a toolbox filled with different techniques and strategies that physiotherapists use to help children regain movement, strength, and independence. Here are some key tools in the physiotherapy toolbox. Exercises. Just like practicing your ABCs or learning to ride a bike, regular exercises are crucial for strengthening muscles, improving range of motion, and enhancing coordination. Physiotherapists use a variety of fun and engaging exercises tailored to each child's age and abilities. For babies, they might use gentle movements and songs, while older children might enjoy playing games or using toys to make exercise more enjoyable. Neuromuscular electrical stimulation, or NMS. Imagine tiny electrical impulses gently waking up the muscles and encouraging them to work. That's what NMES does. It helps stimulate muscle contractions, improve blood flow, and reduce muscle wasting. Constraint-induced movement therapy, or CIMT. This clever technique involves temporarily restraining the unaffected arm, encouraging the child to use their affected arm more often. It's like giving the weaker arm a chance to shine and catch up. Functional training. Physiotherapists focus on helping children perform everyday activities like dressing, eating, writing, and playing. They might use adaptive equipment or modify tasks to make them easier and more accessible. Splinting. Splints are like superheroes for support. They help position the affected arm and hand correctly, prevent deformities, and protect the injured area. By combining these approaches, physiotherapists empower children with BPIs to overcome challenges and reach their full potential. Section 6. Advanced Therapeutic Technologies Shaping the Future. Hold on tight, because the world of brachial plexus injury management is constantly evolving. New and exciting technologies are emerging, offering even more hope and possibilities for children with BPIs. Let's explore some of these cutting-edge advancements. VR-assisted therapy. Imagine stepping into a virtual world where you can swim with dolphins, play virtual basketball, or even conduct an orchestra, all while exercising your affected arm. VR technology makes therapy engaging and motivates children to push their limits while having fun. Robotics. Robot-assisted therapy uses special devices that guide the child's movements, providing precise assistance and feedback. It's like having a robotic workout buddy. Stem cell research. Scientists are exploring the potential of stem cells to regenerate damaged nerves and improve outcomes for BPIs. While still in its early stages, stem cell therapy holds great promise for the future. Mirror therapy. This fascinating technique uses a mirror to create the illusion that the affected arm is moving normally. This tricks the brain into reorganizing itself and improving motor control. Custom splints. 3D printing technology is revolutionizing splinting by creating custom-fit, lightweight, and breathable splints that are more comfortable and effective. These advancements are shaping a brighter future for children with BPIs, offering new possibilities for recovery and improved quality of life. Section 7. The Power of Perseverance, a Journey of Hope. Every child's journey with a brachial plexus injury is unique, and it's important to remember that recovery is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs along the way, but with perseverance, dedication, and a positive attitude, amazing progress can be made. Remember, every small step forward is a victory. Whether it's learning to grasp a toy, feed themselves, or write their name, each milestone is a testament to the child's resilience and the dedication of their support system. It's crucial for families to stay informed, advocate for their child's needs, and connect with other families going through similar experiences. Support groups and online communities can provide invaluable emotional support, practical advice, and a sense of belonging. The journey may have its challenges, but with each step, children with BPIs can discover their strengths, embrace their abilities, and live full and meaningful lives. Section 8. Conclusion: Embracing possibilities, inspiring progress. As we conclude our journey into the world of brachial plexus injuries, let's remember that knowledge is power, and early intervention is key. By understanding the causes, symptoms, and treatment options for BPIs, we can empower children to reach their full potential. Physiotherapy plays a vital role in helping children regain movement, strength, and independence. From traditional exercises to cutting-edge technologies, physiotherapists are equipped with a diverse toolkit to address each child's unique needs. Remember, recovery from a BPI is a journey that requires patience, perseverance, and a positive outlook. With the right support, early intervention, and a belief in their abilities, children with BPIs can overcome challenges, embrace possibilities, and inspire us all with their strength and determination.